We see it festering everywhere, its negative effects on those we know and love, even the famous we admire. And it's continuing to spill over into our teenagers' lives at an alarming rate. Today on Teen Voices for Real, we're talking about it. I'm Dr. Carol Van Dyke. How common is teen alcoholism?
Very common. I want to say, if not every day, I mean, really
Wow.
anywhere you go,
Okay.
you know, parties for one, you know, it doesn't matter what type of party it is.
Okay.
Hotel party, college party, house party, there's always going to be some alcohol involved. So it's like I said, it's very common in today's society for a teenager, and it's so easy for a teenager to be peer pressured into it.
Okay, now are you a drinker?
Every
Have you
now-
tried alcohol? Okay.
Yeah, I have.
How did you get started?
Growing up, grandfather drank,
Wow.
you know, uncle drank. You know, I was introduced to it at a young age.
How old?
I want to say probably maybe 13, maybe.
Okay.
13.
Oh, that's it. Wow. And who
Yeah.
introduced it to you?
Some friends.
Okay, some friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with that being said, I have seen it all my life, and I always wondered how would it taste. But then I seen the effects of what it did, like to my grandfather, how he wouldn't be in his right mind, but at times he'd be relaxed. You know, and at times I felt that maybe it was like a, you know, like a mind relaxer. You know, but with
What made you think that when you talk about your grandfather? What?
well, in some of his reactions, like after he drank, you know, he'd be real laid back. You know, he'd be sleeping a lot. You know, he basically just be, you know, basically couldn't tell him anything. It was like everything was going so slow to him.
Okay.
You know, there wasn't everything rushing on him. You know, people would tell him something, and it was easy for him to block that out.
Okay. So you got started at 13, and you got started by what? Just you and some friends?
Yeah.
Just experimenting?
Yeah. Well, somewhat experimenting. They had been previous drinkers because they were an older crowd, and you know, and they were like, oh, well, first of all, I'd say it was a Smirnoff first.
Okay.
You know, but then they had the different drinks, the 1800 Patron, Pinnacle, and everything like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was heavy drinkers. But you know, and I tried a shot of 1800, and
At 13?
at 13.
Okay.
It was a terrible taste, but it's like after you take one, it's like I gotta take another because the taste is so strong and terrible. It's like a rush. You know, and it's like you just gotta have another, and gotta have another, gotta have another. And I didn't get drunk the first time, you know, but that's when I started to drink.
Okay. Okay. How about you, Tanez? I'm looking at.
Oh, me?
When did you get started, or have you ever tried?
I started drinking, or experimenting with drinking when I was about 13, same age. you
Okay.
know. And it's just like my people, they come over for barbecue, stuff like that, and we're all just chill. And a couple of our older cousins sneak some of the liquor, then we all go in the basement and we'll all taste it and, you know, see what's up. It started out with like wine, stuff like that.
So the older cousins
Right.
are exposing the alcohol to the younger ones.
Yeah. So so we started off with that. Then when I got older and mature and stuff like that, I'll start drinking when I'm out, like at parties or whatever.
Okay, so do you think that the fact that you were introduced to alcohol at such a young age that helped you continue your alcohol use?
I mean, no, because I was going to eventually, you know, find out because I'm a curious dude. So it's like if I see something, I'm gonna want to look into it and see what it's all about. But I don't think. I mean, it just showed me, you know, the effects of it early in life instead of me finding out when I'm like 16 or 17. And I'm at my first party drinking and I'm the one that's passed out on the bathroom floor, which has never happened.
That's ever looking. Okay. Okay, so we want to get an opportunity for all the teens on the panel to share their thoughts. How about you, Deshaun?
Daquan.
Daquan. Sorry.
Well, I don't drink, but I have tried it.
Okay. How old were you?
14.
Okay.
I was 14, my first time trying it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was terrible. It was 1800 and liquor.
Okay, so same thing, Quinn.
Yeah, and it's a terrible taste. It's strong. I didn't like it.
How did you get started?
Was at a party. I was at a party. My older cousin.
Another older cousin.
He had it and he gave me a shot. I took it and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. But I don't drink. I don't like liquor because I know the effects of it, and I know what it can do to people. And I know why a lot of people that drink does it, and why they addicted to it, because most people that does it, they think it take the pain away or forget things. They just want to be free and be out of pain and get away from the other things, the bad thoughts and everything. So they think getting drunk or, just drinking liquor or beer all day
is a way to cope.
Yeah. So.
What about you, Maya? Ever?
Yeah, I do. I don't drink often, but pretty much every time I drink is with family. So like,
And everybody on this panel are under the age of 21.
yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I just want to
Yeah.
make sure. Just it's illegal, so everybody. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like it's not. I don't really weigh my action of drinking heavily because it's with family. Like, celebrating like the first time I made the cheer team. Oh yeah, let's pop out some wine. I learn about different wines and like I learn about like the intricacies. Like I drink. I'm a classy drinker, so yeah, like different.
Should you be drinking at all?
Well, my family gives it to me, so like with
So,
that, I
so to
feel
you,
the
that's okay
approval.
because they know.
Right? Yeah. The thing with that is that my family, they're basically like, well, we don't want alcohol to be something where like you go off to college and you're like, ooh, and you're like all excited about it. Like it's not a big thing to me. Like I'll go to a party, I might have a glass or something, but I'm not gonna get drunk. It's just like it's whatever. Like actually, I've only drank twice outside of family, like a social situation that doesn't involve family. Yeah. So
I say I want to tune into
Go.
that. That's something else that I think most teens should be aware of. You don't want to drink outside the people that you don't know, because you never know what someone can do to your drink. Because people are so, people do crazy things that they may spike your drink. And adding drugs with liquor is definitely, something that can really mess you up. So that's another
Well,
thing.
liquor in itself
Yeah,
can
liquor in
mess you
itself,
up. It doesn't
yeah.
necessarily have to be mixed with
because you
anything.
can add dark and light liquor together,
Yeah.
and that can really mess you
And
up.
then, like, when you drink it, you can't even tell someone did something to. That's another thing. If you do drink, even though, once again, you shouldn't be, but, try to, I wouldn't say, well, I'm going to say it anyway. If you
We
do
don't want to
experiment-
give any advice to those
I'm not giving
underage,
any
Quentin.
negative advice or anything,
Okay. Right.
But just make sure if it's around people that you know and that you're really close to, or people that you can really trust in general.
So in Maya's case, that would be acceptable. The fact
her
that
family?
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
because
you
her
see,
family knows.
Because my parents always told me, I know you're going to do this and that, and,
I get
I would rather you do this with me than do
Yeah.
it somewhere else and
Oh.
and I not know nothing about it when something happens.
Like, with somebody that you really know, like family or, close friends and everything. But say, for instance, you hear a lot of times where it can be someone's first time drinking or something like that. Next thing you know, in a car accident. Or, for example, there's a basketball player named Lynn Bias who was, supposed to be better than Jordan. He sniffed cocaine for the first time with his friends, and he just got drafted the first pick. And he was dead within a couple
And that's
hours.
the same thing that can happen with
Yeah.
alcohol. I mean, you can die of alcohol poisoning. So,
Right.
and when you say, Tanez, about your family members that may say, okay, you can drink as long as it's in the home. I don't understand that, though.
Well,
Because, I mean, why expose you to something, especially if you are not, I mean, you're in the experimentation curious stage at 13, 14.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of you started at that age. And I don't understand the concept of, okay, well, I'd rather for you to do it in the home. Okay, you can say that for anything, crack,
well,
marijuana, and some parents do. I got parents
and
where
that's true too.
they allow their kids to smoke weed in the house, and some of them smoke them with. So go on.
Because most times parents feel guilty, like when they, what's the word I'm looking for? When they just keep them in bondage about certain things in the world. So they like, I'd rather you do this with me. You don't have to go and sneak and hide, because if you're going to do it anyway, you're going to do it anyway. So
Yeah,
Therefore, I'd rather you do it with me.
because what he's saying is eventually you're gonna be exposed to it.
Yeah.
You know, anywhere you go. Like
But
eventually-
teens are exposed to a lot of things and the
Yeah,
parents don't
they
know.
are.
I mean, so I don't
Yeah.
I don't understand why alcohol would be anything differently. I mean, you know, teens do a lot of things behind their parents' back,
Right.
and the parents don't have a clue of some of the things that they're doing.
My uncle, well, he's my cousin Martin. His mother, well, you know what I'm saying, he has a daughter, and she lets her son smoke weed in the house. You know what I'm saying? So we like, you know what I'm saying, why would you let your son do that? He like, well, you know what I'm saying, I know he's doing it anyways. You know what I'm saying? So what's the reason of him sneaking off where he might run away just because I won't let him do it? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like being young and immature. So letting them come in the house and do, you know what I'm saying, whatever they want to do.
And what are your thoughts about that? You haven't spoke yet
I
about
think
whether or not you've tried it or.
No, I tried drinking before. I was at Uncle Martin's house.
Okay.
He was asleep, and he has like this little thing, it's like a whole bunch of liquors. And like it's like you pull it down. So I was looking at it for the longest. I'm like, this is sweet, man. So he went to sleep. So I went in there and drank
And you were by yourself.
Yeah, by
Okay.
myself. So I went in there and drunk it, and then he had a little grandson. So I was like, hey man. this
How old
drink's
was he? The grandson was young.
same age as me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, man, this drink's so nasty. He like, nah, man, it's good. Drink it, you know what I'm saying? Drinking it back, putting it in his Kool-Aid and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the whole night, you know what I'm saying? I think he's really drunk. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going along with,
Okay.
yeah, I'm drunk, man. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to be down. And then, like my mom, she drinks really heavily. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes she like just blacks out and goes
Your
crazy.
mom does?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But my dad, he's like a happy drinker. He drinks and give you money, laugh with you. You know what I'm saying? So he's like one of those happy dudes. So I don't mind him drinking. But my mother, I try to keep it away as much as possible.
And what are your beliefs now? So you had that experience with at your uncle's house.
Yes.
Do you currently still engage in drinking,
No.
or you've stopped?
Yeah, I stopped.
Okay. Okay. What were you going to say, Quinta?
I was gonna say that's how my grandfather was. Along with being a laid-back type drinker, he was always a happy drinker too. When he drank, you know, first of all he make you laugh all the time anyway. You know, it seemed like he'd be funnier. Like he said, he'd be giving money out randomly. You know, and then you see that, you know, at times. I mean, as a kid, you like, wow, if he's that happy, if a drink makes him that happy,
Give us
you
some
know,
drinks.
right? You know, and then so.
But, okay, go on.
Oh, well, I was about to say, well,
You don't have to raise your hand. Just jump in.
well, it is bad things that can happen with happy drinkers because being drunk, also being a happy drinker, you can do things that you don't remember.
Absolutely.
Like you could give car keys to a underage kid or whatever, and they
Wish
can
that happened.
end up in a car crash and stuff like that. So happy drinkers, I don't think that's a good thing either.
Another thing about like you saying like that, like being a happy drinker. My dad, he's like really functional when he's drinking. You know what I'm saying? He might seem like he's out of it, but he knows exactly what's going on.
Well, he doesn't know exactly what's
Well,
going
you know what I'm
on
saying, but
because
it
it
seems
does
like
alter
that's
your
a-
perception
Yeah,
and
you can
judgment.
say
So
he-
let's not.
He's very aware.
Yeah, he's functional enough to not make silly decisions.
Yeah.
So, but my mother on the other hand, she's you know what I'm saying?
She has a problem. She's-
Yeah, she doesn't drink as much anymore, but she, you know what I'm saying, like about 4 years ago when she was going through a big mental stage in her house, like a breakdown, like going through a storm, like financial problems, family
Yes,
problems, you know what I'm saying? So she's always been the one to resort to drinking to cope that feeling. And I like, you leave yourself very vulnerable when you drink, because it's just so many stuff that can happen. Like you like blacking out. Like some people become suicidal. You know what I'm saying? They don't really care about their life
Did that
anymore.
bother you when your mom was going through that? I mean, what was it like for you to see your mom coping with the stressors of life by drinking, abusing alcohol?
It wasn't really much I could do. You know what I'm saying? Because I would tell her. You know what I'm saying? She knew I would tell her. She knew it was wrong. She knew what was going on. But still, she did it. You know what I'm saying? Because